Hi, my name is Sherry Sanders, and I'm a county extension agent working in the field of agriculture as a part of the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture. This is Agriculture. This series is meant to empower and celebrate women working in the field of agriculture in the state of Arkansas. This month's feature is my friend Sheila Martin. Sheila is co-owner and operator of Martin's Poultry Farm, and they live in Velvet Ridge here in White County. And this is Sheila's story.
I went to school at Ball Knob my whole entire life. Started there in kindergarten, didn't really like it, wanted to come home, but I stayed in. And as the more years got behind me, it got better. Made lots of friends, lots of connections. That's where I met my husband. His name is Kenneth Martin Jr., but everybody knows him as Marty. He didn't really like me at first. He was very mean to me on the playground. So one day it just clicked when we got into high school. It just clicked and we started dating, and here we are almost 43 years later. 2 kids and 6 grandkids. After I graduated high school, I went to Foothills Votech for a year and got a business degree. Marty went to Nashville Auto Diesel College for a diesel degree. He came back home and we got married in December of 1981. I never forget, it was snowing that day. After we got married, we got married on a Saturday. That next Monday we went to work. I went to work at Walmart Distribution in the office, and he worked when it was Ryder, when Walmart's trucks were leased to Ryder. We worked on the second shift. We rode to work together. Done that for quite a while, and then we decided we wanted to go into business for ourselves. So Marty started a shop over in Searcy, Martin's Truck Service. We did that for several years after our kids were born. And then I worked for him as his secretary, and we didn't see eye to eye sometimes, you know how that is. So one day I come into the office and I told him I thought I was going to quit, and he said, well, I'll just fire you and you can just go home. And I said, well, I'll just go home. So that's when all the farming began. My grandparents had a little 200-foot chicken house that they weren't using anymore, and I thought, well, I think it might be time for me to do something with that chicken house. So I had a friend that worked up at Batesville, at that time it was called Townsend's. And I called him and asked him what he thought about it. And he said, well, let me get a hold of the main man and let him call you. So he called me and he said, let me come down and look. So he came down to the chicken house and he looked and he told me there were some things that I was going to have to do to the chicken house, you know, to upgrade it for the chickens. So we did that, and I'll never forget the first batch of chickens we got. I was so nervous because I didn't know if I could do this. But we did it, and we raised chickens in that house for about 4 years. And then they were picking up chickens, and it was one night when we got an ice storm, and the ice storm collapsed the chicken house. So after we prayed about it and talked about it, we decided we would go ahead and we would build some chicken houses. So we went up to talk to a bank up in Cave City, and my husband went in, and we had small children, so I stayed out in the parking lot with the kids. He went in and talked to the loan officer, and he came back and he said, oh, we're going to build chicken houses. I said, we are? He said, yeah, we're going to build 3. And I said, I thought we were only going to build 2. And he said, no, they said it would be better if we built 3. So I said, okay. So we built 3 chicken houses. It was a stretch for me to run those by myself, but I did it, and Marty helped me some, but he still done the diesel on the side. He still had the shop in Searcy, and I ran the chicken houses. And with the help of the kids, one of the kids, Matthew was little, that's my son, and Megan is my daughter, and she helped me some in the chicken house, and we made it work.